15 mind-blowing facts about Linux you didn't know. All right, guys, so you've probably heard of Linux, right? It's that open source operating system, but what is it really about? We're diving deep into the world of Linux, uncovering 15 facts that might just blow your mind. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or just curious about the digital world around you, get ready for some serious Linux knowledge. First up, let's talk about the internet. Yeah, that thing you're using right now to watch this video. You know those massive server farms handling trillions of requests every second, most of them running on Linux? We're talking about the backbone of websites, online services, even the cloud. Linux is the engine behind it all. It's incredibly stable, efficient, and can handle a ridiculous amount of traffic, which is why giants like Google, Amazon, and Facebook rely on it. So next time you're browsing your favorite sites, remember, Linux is working behind the scenes, making it all happen. Now let's talk about something a little closer to home, literally. Pull out your Android phone. Go ahead, I'll wait. You're holding a Linux-powered device. That's right, Android, the most popular mobile operating system on the planet, is built on the Linux kernel. It provides the foundation for all those apps, games, and features you love. It's the reason Android is so customizable and open to developers. We're going from your pocket to space. Linux isn't just earthbound, it's literally out of this world. The International Space Station, the largest and most complex spacecraft ever built, powered by Linux. It controls critical systems, manages data, and even helps astronauts stay connected. They need a system that's reliable, secure, and adaptable to extreme conditions, and Linux delivers. Fun fact, astronauts even use open source software based on Linux for experiments and research. Chapter 4. Linux is free and open source. Here's the big one, the thing that makes Linux truly special. It's free and open source. That means anyone can download, use, modify, and even distribute it without any cost. This openness has fostered a massive global community of developers constantly improving and refining the system. That's why you have so many different flavors or distributions of Linux like Ubuntu, Fedora, Debian, each tailored to specific needs and preferences. It's like having a giant open kitchen where everyone's invited to contribute to the recipe. Chapter 5. Hollywood uses Linux. Ever wonder how those mind-blowing special effects in movies are made, or how animated films get that incredible level of detail? Linux plays a huge role. From rendering complex 3D scenes to creating stunning visual effects, Linux is the go-to platform for many studios. Movies like Avatar, The Lord of the Rings, even Pixar films, all have Linux to thank for their visual brilliance. It's powerful, flexible, and gives filmmakers the tools they need to bring their visions to life. Chapter 6. Linux dominates supercomputing. Now, let's talk supercomputers. Those behemoths of processing power used for scientific research, weather forecasting, you name it. Linux completely dominates this field. The world's fastest supercomputers, almost all of them run on Linux. Why? Because it can handle the immense scale and complexity these systems demand. We're talking about thousands of processors working together in perfect harmony, crunching numbers at mind-boggling speeds. Linux makes it all possible. Chapter 7. The heart of Linux is the kernel, the core of the operating system that manages the system's resources. And let me tell you, this thing is massive. We're talking about millions of lines of code, constantly being developed and improved upon by thousands of contributors worldwide. It's a testament to the power of collaboration and open source. Every year, the Linux kernel undergoes a staggering number of changes, with new features, bug fixes, and performance enhancements being added all the time. It's a living, breathing project that never stops evolving. Chapter 8. Think Linux is just for servers and supercomputers. Think again. This versatile operating system can run on practically anything. We're talking about your laptop, your smartphone, your smart TV, even your refrigerator. That's right, Linux is powering the Internet of Things, connecting devices and enabling seamless communication. It's embedded in routers, smart home hubs, wearables, you name it. Linux is everywhere, quietly working behind the scenes to make our lives easier. Chapter 9. One of the most amazing things about Linux is its global reach. Developers and users from every corner of the world contribute to its development, forming a truly interconnected community. This collaborative spirit is what makes Linux so innovative and resilient. From bug reports to code contributions, people from all walks of life come together to make Linux the best it can be. It's a testament to the power of open source and the idea that we can achieve incredible things when we work together. Chapter 10, Linus Torvalds still oversees Linux. Now let's talk about the man behind it all, Linus Torvalds. Back in 1991, this Finnish student started working on a hobby project, an operating system he called Linux. Little did he know it would become one of the most influential pieces of software ever created. And guess what? He's still involved. Linus continues to oversee the development of the Linux kernel, ensuring its direction and stability. Chapter 11, Major Tech Companies. Support Linux. Linux isn't just a community-driven project, it's got some serious backing from the biggest names in tech. Companies like Google, IBM, Intel, and even Microsoft invest heavily in Linux development. They recognize its importance in the tech landscape and contribute resources, code, and expertise to ensure its continued success. This collaboration between tech giants and the open source community is a testament to the power of Linux. Chapter 12. Linux is more secure than Windows. Let's face it, security is a big deal in the digital world. And Linux has a stellar reputation when it comes to safety. It's inherently more secure than other operating systems thanks to its architecture and permission system. Viruses and malware that plague other platforms are far less common in the Linux world. Plus, the open source nature means security vulnerabilities are often identified and patched quickly. Chapter 13. Every great operating system needs a mascot, right? Meet Tux, the adorable penguin that represents Linux. This unlikely mascot was chosen through a community effort, and it's stuck ever since. The story goes that Linus Torvalds was once bitten by a penguin at a zoo, and the rest, as they say, is history. Tux has become a symbol of open source, representing the playful and collaborative spirit of the Linux community. Chapter 14. Ever wonder how those high-frequency trading systems make millions of transactions per second? Yep, Linux is behind that too. Its speed, stability, and efficiency make it ideal for handling the massive amounts of data and lightning-fast calculations required in the financial world. From stock exchanges to investment banks, Linux is trusted to keep the global economy moving. Chapter 15. So we've gone from the internet to space, from your phone to Hollywood. Linux is everywhere, powering the technology we rely on every day. But here's the thing, most people don't even realize it. It's working behind the scenes quietly and reliably, making sure everything runs smoothly. Next time you're online watching a movie or even just using your phone, remember, Linux is probably involved somewhere. So there you have it, 15 mind-blowing facts about Linux. It's more than just an operating system, it's a global powerhouse quietly running the world. From the internet to space exploration, from your smartphone to Hollywood blockbusters, Linux is everywhere. If you found these facts interesting, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what surprised you the most.